Hey guys, you're watching the Movie Champ Show, episode number 3. I am your host, Walker Cheatham. With me I have
EJ Flemming.
And behind the scenes we have Zachary Cheatham, my brother. He's running the show over there. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about the Tomb Raider trailer, Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle trailer number 2, Murder on the Orient Express, Peter Rabbit trailer, Isle of Dogs trailer. Guys, we got a whole stack show. Basically, and later in the show, we're also going to be reviewing giving our non-spoiler review of Kingsman: The Golden Circle. So, let's go ahead and start the show, and we're going to talk about the very first Tomb Raider trailer. All right, so Tomb Raider is directed by Roar Uthog, known for The Wave, and is written by Geneva Robertson Dwart. And the synopsis, we got a pretty long synopsis here. Lara Croft, who is played by Alicia Vikander, is the fiercely independent daughter of an eccentric adventurer who vanishes when she was a scarcely teen. Now a young woman of 21 without any real focus or purpose, Laura navigates the chaotic streets of trendy East London as a bike courier. Barely making the rent and takes college courses, rarely making it to class. Determined to forge her own path, she refuses to take the reins of her father's global empire just as staunchly as she rejects the idea that he's truly gone. Advised to face the facts and move forward after 7 years without him, Laura can't understand what drives her to finally solve the puzzle of his mysterious death. So there's a lot more to that, but guys, anybody that's ever played the Lara Croft Tomb Raider games,
more specifically the reboot that just came out a few years ago, because this seems to be more based on that reboot more so than the original one.
Right, guys. So I'll go ahead and let you start. What did you think of the trailer?
And for the starters, it actually looked and felt like I said, captured the look and feel of the reboot version of Tomb Raider, which is a smart move because that's a little more grounded in reality. She was a little more vulnerable. She actually was human in a way,
right.
And then that's one of the traits that made the game good, because you actually wanted to protect Lara Croft in that game, and I feel like they're bringing that same vibe of you don't want nothing bad to happen to this person to the movie, which is a smart move by basing it on this version of Lara Croft and not the more Indiana Jones ready Lara Croft that the Angelina Jolie movie tried.
Yeah, I'm a little beside myself on this trailer. I thought it was a little underwhelming. I thought the action looked pretty good. I think Alicia Vikander looks great, but she looks great in everything, really.
Yeah, she looks great in everything, minus the poster they made for her, where she
has
Stegosaurus neck.
That's true.
I don't know why they decided to make her neck longer than arc it like they did.
Yeah, I actually saw somebody on Twitter that photoshopped it and corrected it too. It was it looked. I don't know if.
It's hard to fix, but yeah. But it probably looked better than the official version.
I mean, I didn't notice it until somebody pointed it out to me.
I noticed it I noticed it like immediately, like her neck was like really long and then hunched over. I'm like, that looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, but and then I thought the dialogue in the trailer, there was a few lines of dialogue that got me just a little cringed, but yeah, I think it'll probably fit a little better in the movie.
Yeah, most video. I just hope what they don't do is like condense all the story to like 2 hours and then leave parts of it out just for the sake of action scenes.
Right.
That tends to be a trope of video game movies. They just get all the action, get all the parts that were cutscenes out and refilm them. Right. And that seems to be the trope that video game movies seem to try. I'd like to see more character work done in a video game movie, because sometimes when you play certain video games, the character work is done very well, and then they lose that just by trying to hit all the good notes from the game.
I mean, all they have to do is just have an adventure. That is all they have to do, and they can get this right. It has great
I feel like they
material.
showed the final scene of the movie in the trailer, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when she buys the guns from Nick Frost in the shop. I have a feeling that's the last shot of the movie.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's how they're going to end that Lara Croft and bring in the Lara Croft from the older games. So they can have their cake and eat it too, where we get the fragile Lara Croft and then we go straight to Indiana Jones Lara Croft.
Man. Well, guys, that's the Tomb Raider, and release date for that is March 16th, 2018. So, Tomb Raider. So, now we're going to go on and talk about the new Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, #2 trailer. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle is directed by Jake Kasdan, who's done work such as Walk Hard and Bad Teacher.
1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Yeah, and written by Chris McKenna, known for Lego Batman and Spider-Man Homecoming. Jeff Pinkner, I wrote these. I wrote these in a special way, guys. Jeff Pinkner, who's writing the next Venom movie. He also wrote Dark Tower and Amazing Spider-Man 2. Scott Rosenberg, this is the one. Okay, he's writing Venom, and his last movie was Kangaroo Jack. Yeah.
I'm sorry, he wrote what now?
Yeah. He's writing Venom. He wrote this, and his last movie was Kangaroo Jack. Oh my gosh. And then Eric Summers is the other writer. So we got 4 writers here. Spider-Man Homecoming and Lego Batman. So you got, sounds like 3 solid writers on there, and then one that is
confusing.
Yeah, very confusing choice. I'm hoping that they didn't just, the other 3 didn't give him an outline and then let him go at it.
I'm thinking what happened was, I've heard that this Jumanji movie was in the works for a long time.
Oh yeah.
It might have been a situation where he wrote things for it, and they have to give him a writing credit for it, but it's not necessarily like his he's part of the final script or anything.
Right.
I'm hoping anyway, because Kangaroo Jack, what was that? It didn't know whether it wanted to be a serious movie or a family movie. It was a very confusing movie to watch.
Right. Well, I watched the trailer the day it came out, but you just recently watched it. What'd you think of it?
Oh, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle looks good. The action looks funny. The comedy looks good. The action looks good. I'm just a little worried that it may fall into a lot of those family movie tropes that they tend to fall into, that movies like this tend to fall into. I like the mechanic that they have live so that they can have things happen to them, but they can come back. So there is an element of danger to it.
Right.
They don't want to die too many times before they are gone for good. And I thought it was a smart move by making Jumanji a video game as opposed to a board game like it was in the first Jumanji. It updates it to the people. It updates it for the kids in the audience, but it also helps the older people who remember Jumanji watch something new and different.
But the big part about the original Jumanji, or the first Jumanji, I guess. I don't know if this is. I guess it's a sequel.
It is a sequel. Okay,
well, the first Jumanji, about the board game, was that all those animals left the game and were in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Is that going? Do you see? I didn't see any of that in the trailer.
Because I think they did the reverse this time.
Well, I guess that's pretty cool then.
Because the last time, because in the first Jumanji movie, it was about the game changing the world around you.
Right.
Now you're going into the world of Jumanji.
So we're gonna see where Robin Williams was when he got that beard from.
Yeah, it's pretty much that's what's going to happen. Is the fact that this movie kind of tells you what happens to you when you get sucked into the board.
Right.
So it's Jumanji from another angle. Instead of the board coming to life in your world, you're being brought to its world.
And I remember, I think it was The Rock or somebody that had said back whenever they were in production that this was going to would honor with what Robin Williams' character had done, I guess.
Yeah, that's why they said it was not a reboot; it was a sequel.
Right.
They were adamant in telling everybody this is not a reboot. This is a sequel to the original Jumanji, and we're going to have something special in place for Robin Williams' character.
And one thing that extra that we got with this trailer that we did not get in the first one is Nick Jonas' character.
Oh yeah, I did not know he was in this movie.
Yeah. So and there's a couple other characters that popped up in there that I'm not sure what their parts are, but it looks like they've been in there for a while.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're actually.
Some characters may be like the NPCs of the game. Some people they may have been left like other players of Jumanji that's been stuck in there a while. We don't know.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be
interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, and I mean I like the comedy, so it didn't feel too cheesy. I liked Kevin Hart hitting the Rock's character and him knocking him up against the rocks was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
So that's Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, and the release date for that is December 20th, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And up next we have The Murder on the Orient Express, the second trailer. Murder on the Orient Express is directed by Kenneth Branagh and written based off of a novel by Agatha Christie. And screenplay by Michael Green. He wrote... I want to start. He wrote Green Lantern. And then he's also doing Blade Runner 2049. But he wrote Logan, so... Yeah. It looks like he's doing pretty well so far.
I'm thinking
besides the Green Lantern thing.
Green Lantern might have been more studio influenced more so than his actual writing skills.
Right.
Because Green Lantern was bad, and there was a lot of things that was working against the movie. Script being just one of them. The CGI was bad. The villain was poor.
Oh yeah.
It was just basically a big space loogie, and that was
yeah.
That wasn't good. But I don't hold a lot. Green Lantern gets a pass for me because it wasn't like terrible, but it was just disappointing.
Yeah. Well, with the Murder on the Orient Express, this new trailer still looks great. I thought the first trailer was awesome, and the second trailer, or I guess the first trailer was kind of a tease, or sort. No, they actually did come up with the one regular trailer. But either way, this new trailer is awesome.
Yeah.
It shows us a little bit more about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They still have that Imagine Dragons song in it,
mm-hmm.
which I'm not. I mean, I don't know where that start. We're putting the modern music in with these types of movie. It looks cool, but I think I'd rather hear what the parts of the score or something might be.
I think what it does, it actually it hammers home I like the idea that it's like maybe they chose the song because the instrumentation reminds you of like building to something,
right?
Like you'd actually maybe the build sounds of building a railroad or something like that. You're actually clacking down the train slowly, trying to figure out what's going on.
And I think it's gonna draw in a bigger. It's gonna help draw in a bigger audience
than what it would normally draw being released at the time of year that it's being released.
Right, because I mean, cool song. It was a cool song.
It's going to pull in not only the Oscar bait crowd,
right,
but it may pull in the people who like Imagine Dragons.
Guys, this isn't a BBC movie or something like that. It's not a made for TV BBC movie. This is something.
This is something a little different. You might enjoy it even without the. Imagine Dragons actually being anywhere in the movie, you might still enjoy it.
Yeah, and what's the girl's name that played Ray?
Daisy Ridley.
Daisy Ridley. Yeah, she looks really good in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to put any guesses on who the killer might be, but if I were to put a little bit of money on it, I think it might be her, but I don't know.
I'm going to hope what I hope they do, and it'd be a smart move. I may have said this before, or maybe not. Bring back the Clue style multiple endings. Because most times when big movies like this come out, there's multiple screenings of it, and they play having them more than one theater anyway. Why not screen different versions of the movie with different endings? And then when people come out and they start talking to each other, and I say, "Oh, I got wasn't it cool when so and so was the killer?"
Right.
I got the ending where this person was the killer. Wait, you got a different ending too? And then you can start talking about the dialogue about which ending is the actual ending. You know what I'm saying? Which ending makes the most sense? And it'd also be a fun little game to see where can I get the other ending by watching it again. You may get people who may see it more than once.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that, and you can catch that one in theaters on November 10th, 2017. Coming very close. Let's see here. The next one we're talking about is...
hey, I have an idea.
What's up?
Can we jump one, then come back to this one and save this one for last?
Sure. So you want to jump to Isle of Dogs?
Yeah, I want to talk about Isle of Dogs.
Cool. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Isle of Dogs is the new Wes Anderson movie, stop motion. I don't have all the notes on this one, but I know he wrote it with one of the Coppolas. Oh, here we go. I got one right here. Wrote it with Roman Coppola and Jason Schwartzman.
Nice.
And Kunichi Nomura. Isle of Dogs also has Bryan Cranston playing the voices, Edward Norton, Bill Murray, Jeff Goldblum. Okay, so yeah, great cast.
Yes.
The premise of this story is It's set in a dystopian future, Japan, where dogs have been outlawed due to a dog flu and have been quarantined on a remote island. Isle of Dogs follows on the titular island 5 local dogs named Rex, played by Edward Norton, King, played by Bob Balaban, Duke, played by Jeff Goldblum, Boss, played by Bill Murray, and Chief, played by Bryan Cranston, who are fed up with their isolated existence until a boy named Atari Kobayashi, who is played by Koyu Rankin, who ventures to the island to search for his dogs. All right. Well, what'd you think of the trailer?
Oh, the trailer looks really good. I didn't know it was a stop motion until I actually started watching it. I'm like, oh, wow. Because I've always been a sucker for stop motion stuff, so that really touched me in a way where I can actually still see something creatively done, because as good as a lot of the animated movies, CGI animated movies were, like a couple years ago, like 2 years or a year ago, I forget when this movie came out. But Kubo and the Two Strings was a really good movie that stuck with me, and I enjoyed it more because it was stop motion. And then when the trailers, when they showed you how they made everything, including the giant skeleton puppet, I thought all of that was really cool. And to see another stop motion movie come out this year makes me excited.
Yeah, one of my favorite stop motion movies still to this day is Fantastic Mr. Fox.
I have not seen Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh, really? It's up there.
Okay.
It's in my collection. Yeah, I think the comedy hits perfect in that movie. It's kind of it's okay for kids, but it is for adults and film fans. But I feel like I don't see in this movie, even in the trailer, this being a kids movie. I don't think it's gonna be rated R or anything, but I'm saying it might be PG to PG-13. I mean, it's at least going to be PG, because kid movies are PG nowadays. There's no G-rated movies hardly.
It's rare, very rare.
But I can see it being PG-13. It looks like it's got a bit of some intense scenes in there.
I'm thinking what Wes Anderson does. Even though he makes these PG movies, he makes these old school style PG movies where, like, even though it is a PG rated movie, he like gets the most out of that rating.
Right.
Where it's still challenging to the viewer, even though it's at this considered family level.
Right.
He doesn't exactly present you with Disney levels. His stuff isn't Disney clean. I mean, his stuff isn't Disney clean, but it's not exactly dirty neither.
Right.
It just has that level of edge to it, that fits the story. It's just not unnecessarily there.
Yeah, 'cause I couldn't see like my 5-year-old nephew even watching Fantastic Mr. Fox and getting half the jokes in that movie, and I definitely don't see him getting any of the jokes in this trailer. So, but yeah, the comedy is all there. All the Wes Anderson tropes and all of his isms are all present in this trailer. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be hilarious and intense, and I'm probably going to feel something. It's going to be.
Oh yeah, you can most likely it's going to makes dog lovers cry, and I expect Peter to be upset.
And speaking of getting PETA upset,
yes.
the next one we're going to be talking about is the Peter Rabbit trailer. Yes, I did not see this one coming at all. I don't even know what the synopsis is on this one.
Do we need a synopsis?
No, I don't think we do.
No, there was a reason I wanted to save this one last. Sony, did you not learn anything from the Emoji Movie? Really?
Oh my goodness.
You follow the Emoji You follow Smurfs in the Emoji Movie with this? Come on, man. I sat there and watched this. I'm like, the funniest joke in this trailer is the fact that the dude squeals like a pig when he screams, and then the pig squeals. No. It's just the first two Smurf movies again. That's all it is. A bunch of woodland creatures living in a dude's apartment / house.
Yeah, that was
set to contemporary pop music, so it makes the kids dance in the theaters.
Here we are. Okay. Peter Rabbit, directed by Will Gluck and written by Will Gluck and Robert Lieber, and stars James Corden, Domhnall Gleeson, Margot Robbie, Daisy Ridley, Rose Byrne, Elizabeth Debicki, and Sam Neill. How do they get these great actors? I'm hoping this is good. There was a part where I almost laughed.
The only good movie Sony Animation made was the first Hotel Transylvania.
Oh man, if they didn't show the scene that they did in there with like all the dancing and the partying and all that, there probably would have been parts that would have made me think like Paddington Bear. But
no,
it's not going
as
to.
Soon as he tackled the pigeons, I knew what kind of. As soon as he tackled the singing birds in the park, I knew what kind of movie I was getting.
Ah, man.
As soon as he was bouncing through the meadow and having fun, and then he ran into the birds, I'm like, yep, it's another one.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah,
but I mean, I did almost laugh at that deer in the headlights thing.
That joke was kind of funny. That was like maybe the one truly funny thing out of a whole 2-minute trailer. If you can only make me crack a smile just once, I'm not going to go see. I'm not going to enjoy it.
As much as I like, James Corden, like he has not made a movie yet. So, or at least since he's been doing the American films and stuff.
Because he's been working with Sony Animation, and they don't know what they're doing over there.
He was in
the Emoji Movie is High Five.
He was in Emoji, and he was in what's the other animated one? The Trolls. He was in Trolls, I think.
Okay, Trolls wasn't Sony. That was DreamWorks.
That was DreamWorks,
and that was actually good.
It was okay. I thought it was.
I've heard more good things about Trolls than bad.
Yeah.
People were expecting a Peter Rabbit level movie and got something better.
And then he was in Disney's Into the Woods, which wasn't terrible, but it was definitely not good, I guess. But I mean,
it's an acquired taste.
It's still got Meryl Streep an Oscar nomination somehow, but
because that's Meryl Streep, and that's what she does.
Yes. Yeah.
She collects Oscar nods. It's like Pokemon.
Well, there is. Oh, so actually, Donald Gleason and Sam Neill and Rose Byrne are not playing voice in this movie.
So they're actually going to show their faces.
Yep, they are going to be the humans. And
goodness.
Margot Robbie's going to be playing Flopsy, Daisy Ridley Mopsy, and Elizabeth Debicki as Cottontail. And my goodness. So yeah, guys, they're working on a $50 million budget. That was actually pretty good CGI though. I thought the CGI was okay. It was pretty good. It was. I mean, it's a step above Alvin and the Chipmunks, but.
Yeah, but they spent $50 million on this.
That's
probably more on music royalties than anything.
Yeah.
I imagine that's not the only song they used in the trailer that's going to be in the whole movie.
And it looks like it's going to go up against, or it might be a week before. It might go up against 50 Shades Darker, or what is it? Or 50 Shades Freed.
50 Shades Freed.
Yeah.
Wow, that's going to be a sad weekend at the movies.
I don't know if it's still going for its Valentine's Day weekend thing, but it's February 9th, 2018.
Oh, that's most definitely. It's probably going to be. That's like.
Actually, I'll go ahead and check that real quick. 50 Shades Freed.
Yes. Because you know we're gonna have to watch all three before.
Oh boy.
Yeah, since we're doing this now, we have to see Freed.
Yep. Same day.
Okay. It's called counter programming. So now because we're doing this, we now have to watch 50 Shades of Grey and 50 Shades Darker before February, so we can see 50 Shades Freed. Oh joy.
No. Okay. So all right. So February 9th, 2018, Peter Rabbit. Okay, so the next story we're going to be talking about Linda Hamilton returning for the new Terminator movie.
Yes, I cannot wait for that, because after these strings of these okay to decent Terminator movies, it's kind of cool to really get a true Terminator movie again. Because Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, that was cool, but it treaded too many beats of Terminator 2.
Really?
And it had a lot of similar. It felt like someone wanted to remake their own Terminator 2, so they made that movie. And then Salvation came out, and that was interesting. It actually showed you the future of it, but changed it from the future that James Cameron said it was. That dark but neon future that was kind of cool, where it had all the clouds and the smoke and everything, but they had the lasers flying everywhere. That was kind of I would like to see a movie set in that version of the future, which I thought I was going to get a little bit of with Genesis.
Right.
But then they spoiled the pooch on that one was by showing the biggest twist ever in the very first trailer. You could have saved that twist to that movie, and that movie would have been so much better.
Yeah. I mean, with all those other Terminator movies, we were always, even though James Cameron wasn't really involved, he was always going out and like giving them its praises, even though they were terrible.
Yeah.
So when I did hear that he was going to actually be involved with another one, it didn't do anything for me. But now that I do know that he is actually getting his hands into this one and getting involved with the writing, I believe they said that he's part of the writer's room, but he's like, since he's still working on the Avatar movies, he's going in there like once a week. But still being involved after he's like involved with over Skype and stuff with the writing process. So he's very much going to be involved with the writing of this one, and
because I would like to see what his take on the events of the aftermath of Judgment Day would be.
Right.
Because ever since Judgment Day, we've seen what other writers and directors thought would be the aftermath of Judgment Day, but since he wrote and directed Judgment Day, I would like to see what his take on the aftermath would be. Like, where is everybody? Is Linda Hamilton still out on the run? Is she back in a mental institution? Did Judgment Day occur anyway? And now John Connor is leading the resistance like he said he would. You know.
Well, what they say, what I've heard is, it's going to be based in this time. Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to be playing his age. So we're going to get a 70-something-year-old Terminator. And, I mean, obviously that means same thing for Linda Hamilton.
But wait, how? Okay. That answers that. That's one plot hole then.
What's that?
How is he the same? How is he going to be an older Terminator when he's destroyed at the end of 2?
That's a good question. That is a good question.
Because afterwards, he said, "I know why you cry. I now know why you cry. But it is something I can never do. He lowered himself into the molten metal and then gave the thumbs up. And that was the end of The Guardian.
Well, maybe there was, he's being booted into a new, but I don't know. I mean, because his body's supposed to be able to age.
Yeah, I know his body's supposed to age, but it's been destroyed.
Right.
Unless they're trying to say that every time they keep sending a Guardian back because every time they send a new Terminator, the Guardian destroys it, and then this time the Guardian decides to stay, so nothing can happen again.
Man, and they're according to this article, it's called Terminator 5, I think. Well, no, there would have been Genesis. Would that have been 4?
No, I think Genesis was technically Genesis.
Terminator 6.
Yeah.
Sorry, Terminator 6, not 5.
Because you had Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Rise of the Machines, Salvation. Yeah, this would be 6. But I like to think of it as Terminator 3. The true Terminator 3.
Yeah.
They can call it, they can name it whatever they want. When James Cameron's involved, that's Terminator 3.
And the other thing that I liked was that they're saying that they're going to make this focus on making this a single movie. They might spread it out into a trilogy, it might turn into a series, but they're going to try to make this a focused single movie
instead of like planning the franchise before the first movie even comes out.
Yes,
that's a lot of things. That's a lot of times when these movies fail. Make the first one good. Make the first one good first, and then fan response shows you if you want a sequel or not.
And the other thing that gets me excited is Tim Miller directing it. He's got a couple other projects that'll probably come before this, but yeah, Tim Miller and his whole computer animation studio, all of that, it's going to hopefully look beautiful.
Oh yeah.
So
with Jane Cameron direction and all that CGI behind it, it's gonna look good.
Well, yeah. So yeah, they're gonna have pro involved.
Level.
So yeah, and great cameras.
And speaking of people returning to franchises,
yes. So The next one we have is Jamie Lee Curtis returning for the new Halloween movie.
She comes back to Haddonfield, Illinois.
Yes. So let's see. This was written by Danny McBride.
Danny McBride
and
someone else. I forget his name.
David Gordon Green. Is that it?
I believe so.
Something Gordon Green.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So how does this make you feel?
I'm always intrigued, and like I said during my interview, and I keep saying I'm not much of a horror guy, but I do understand it. And
yes, David Gordon Green. Sorry, that was
with
right.
These Halloween movies, they're a very interesting take on the slasher idea because he's not really known as Michael Myers no more. He's known as the Shape. So I would like to see how a true sequel set after the events of Halloween 2 plays out, because that's where this movie sets in the timeline. It kind of resets the timeline only back to Halloween 2, and then shows you the aftermath after that.
Yeah. So yeah, this was written by Danny McBride and David Gordon Green, and also is directed by David Gordon Green. So
I'm intrigued to see what they do with it, because like a lot of slasher franchises, they kind of went too far with everything. Yes. So I like to see them pare it back and make it more realistic again. Right,
and this is supposed to be a proper third movie, because Season of the Witch had nothing to do with Michael Myers.
Because what they originally wanted Halloween to be was like an anthology kind of thing.
Right.
Like the first 2 Halloweens would be the Michael Myers story, and that would be it. 3 was Season of the Witch, and that's supposed to start the anthology where each movie would be called Halloween, but it would be a different story.
Right. And then they realized Michael Myers was a hit.
And then what they realized is that slasher movies were taking off, and they kind of realized, hey, well, we do have this Michael Myers character, so we just keep making these slasher movies featuring this Michael Myers character and do loose tie-ins back to the older movies until people get tired of slasher movies.
Right. So, and this will do... obviously, this is going to be, modern day. So it's going to be quite a long time between what happened in the second movie and this one. And it's going to do away with all other sequels, including H2O, which Jamie Lee Curtis showed up, and Resurrection.
Didn't she die in H2O?
I don't know if she was in Resurrection, but was she playing the same? Resurrection was after H2O.
Yeah. So
did she die in Resurrection?
That's what I'm thinking. Did she die in Resurrection?
I think so. I think she died in one of them. Resurrection was like the one with like Busta Rhymes and stuff that came out.
Yeah, that's
early. I think 2000 or something. Yeah,
that's where he was getting into a fist fight with Michael Myers. And like I've said before, that's when it started getting to the ridiculous territory. You have Busta Rhymes fist fighting Michael Myers.
But yeah, this one. I mean, yeah, it looks solid. I think the only thing that I told you that would have probably made me a little more excited to see it was if Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg were directing it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's David Gordon Green. I think he did like Horrible Bosses. So is this his first horror? Oh no, he did Pineapple Express.
Oh.
And
so this still might be a comedy then.
I don't know. I hope not. I really hope not. I hope there's a little like moments of levity or something in there, but I'm hoping it's really not.
No, like I'm saying, Pineapple Express was a comedy too, but people still died and got horrifically killed in that movie too. So
yeah, but if they're gonna try to stay in the same universe, and they got John Carpenter, who does not do comedy, his blessing and involvement, I don't know.
Well, they were fun. There were some funny moments in Escape to L.A. and Escape from New York and Escape from L.A. So
yeah, I hope I laugh, but I really hope I get scared. Is what I'm hoping for.
I think that could be the movie's ace in the hole.
Right.
It's kind of like it. It was a funny movie, so it brought your guard down. So when the scares came back, they were like extra effective because you're like, we're at the funny point again, and all of a sudden scares, and you're like, it keeps your emotions gambled.
One thing I hope that they do with this one is, I hope that there's 2 ways that I hope this goes. I hope that this is either just a really good slasher movie where people get scared, but I also kind of, at the same end, I'm hoping, or on the other end, I'm hoping that it has characters that I care about. Because I mean, I'm already going to have the invested interest in Jamie Lee Curtis's character.
I want to see, because we want to see where Laurie Strode is in this, her mind state after all of this is going to happen to her.
Right. So I feel like that is at least going to be the person that we're going to be emotionally invested in, is her character. And the other thing, I just hope we don't know too much more about Michael Myers from this either. I hope
that's another thing they did back that I didn't enjoy. They kind of removed the mystique of the slasher as it went on, started exposing more about him. Just leave him a monster that we don't know nothing about. That makes him more scary.
Right. I mean, if it felt like a cool throwback, that'd be another thing. I wouldn't mind it being a really nice, feel like a really cool throwback. But since it is going to be a modern time, it's going to be interesting to see how this fits into that trilogy. I guess this will be a sort of a trilogy. All right, so that's it for our talk on Halloween. That one obviously is going to be coming out around Halloween time next year. Actually, the exact date is October 19th, 2018. And so the next story we have here is Fox boss Stacy Snyder and her idea or thoughts on the new Mutants movie. So I was telling you about this earlier. Let me read her words to you. I have that pulled up.
Please do.
Okay, so she was speaking to Variety. She says, New Mutants is about these teenagers who are just coming into their powers. It's like watching mutants go through adolescence and they have no impulse control, so they're dangerous. The only solution is to put them in a breakfast club, detention, or cuckoo's nest institutional setting. It protects the people on the outside, but it's strange and combustible inside. The film is like a haunted house movie with a bunch of hormonal teenagers. We haven't seen it as a superhero movie whose genre is more like The Shining than we're teenagers, let's save the world. That's a lot. That is a lot of different style movies to compare your X-Men universe movie.
It sounds like a lot of the same things Josh Trank said about his Fantastic Four movie.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna talk about that for a minute, because he kept saying things like it's gonna be like a Cronenbergian horror film. It's gonna be.
I did remember him saying that.
Like it's gonna be like a Cronenbergian horror film. I'm like,
that was not even close.
No, that was nowhere near that level. Like just watching clips of The Fly makes my skin crawl. So that movie made my skin crawl in a different way. We'll get to that. But hearing that, it makes it clear that they have no idea what to do with the X-Men franchise outside of the X-Men.
The one thing that is really promising to me about this movie is it's so far the cast. The cast has been really solid. I think they got Macy Williams from Game of Thrones, and that's all I can remember so far. I know there's a couple other people that have been cast, but she's the only one that's sticking out to me right now. But the director is who Josh Boone. I want to say I say that, and then in the back of my mind, the only real movie that I liked of his is Stuck in Love, which he had really gotten the young people's. He got teenagers. That was probably the most accurate portrayal of teenagers, and then he went and did Fault in Our Stars, which I enjoyed somewhat, but I did not feel that it had teenagers accurate at all. But I blame that mostly on John Green's writing. He doesn't write teenagers. He writes teenagers very pretentious, but Josh Boone's directing was solid in that movie.
But to be fair, he was writing about teenagers that were dealing with terminal diseases in The Fault in Our Stars. So
yeah, but I don't know too many teenagers that were that pretentious though.
Yeah, you got
even the ones that are dying.
I guess you're right.
But oh man, yeah.
Yeah, but hearing what she just said that she wants the New Mutants to be, that does not sound Like, that's going to be a good movie. It's not like you're trying to do too many things at once instead of concentrating on one thing.
But Josh Boone, local guy actually, close to here, he's a huge Stephen King fan. He's actually even directing, what's it called? I'm going to look this up real quick. His next film after this is going to be The Stand, which is a Stephen King adaptation. So
okay, so he's tackling The Stand.
Yes.
Okay, so how many movies you think The Stand will be?
Hopefully one.
So how long you think The Stand's going to be? Have you seen a copy of The Stand?
No, I have not.
It's about that thick.
Oh boy.
And this is the uncut version. I actually can bring it next time I come and show you.
Well, look, we just witnessed somebody do a pretty solid It.
And then he just did half of it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I've actually held a copy of It. I went to Walmart the other day and picked up a copy of it. It's 1,100 pages.
Boy, if Josh Boone, if you're back in town, come by and come talk to the movie champs and let us try to pick your brain about these ideas that are being floated around.
Because the New Mutants, to me, it sounds like what that's supposed to be, and it may have been this in the book, in the comic book. I don't remember, but like it's like the what I'm trying to say. They're like the interns of the X-Men. Like you get when you go to the school. Because there's different levels to the X-Men. Like, you have your standard X-Men team, and then you have X-Force, which is like their Black Ops kind of team they kind of don't talk about, and they do the dirtier missions. And then you have the New Mutants they send out for missions as like trial runs kind of thing. And I would like to see them do it like a more family-friendly take on the X-Men with the New Mutants, if anything, instead of this darker horror movie take.
Is this going to be attached to the X-Men? I mean, it is an X-Men universe movie as far as the comics go. But do you know, if it's going to be part of Fox's X-Men universe?
I don't know. I don't know for sure. We'll probably hear more as it comes closer to release.
Yeah, because I know they also have the X-Force, which is supposed to have Cable and Daredevil and whoever.
Cable and Deadpool.
Or sorry, Deadpool. Sorry,
yeah.
Cable and Deadpool and I guess some of those X-Men characters that they've been introduced in Apocalypse, maybe.
Yeah, because like I said, the X-Force is more your darker, grittier X-Men team, and Cable's the head of that team. So they're the ones that would actually go in guns blazing in addition to their powers.
Man.
Yeah, that sounds like pretty cool. That's why Deadpool would be a part of that team more so.
So have you read any of the New Mutant comics?
I have not, but that would be my idea for a New Mutants movie where like it'll be more like a more modern First Class kind of thing.
Well, it definitely sounds like she has some ideas. I'm hoping that they're executed in the exact way that she says, because a Cuckoo's Nest style Breakfast Club movie and in a shining haunted house sounds like a very interesting film.
It almost sounds like she pulled an Amy Pascal. Did you remember Kevin Feige's face when she said, "Yeah, our Spider-Man movies are connected to the MCU as well"? He looked at her like, "You say what now?"
Yeah. Gosh. Well, that's it. We still have. It's actually not very far away. I believe that comes out April of next year. So maybe we'll get a trailer sometime in January.
I imagine we'll get the first trailer shortly around.
No, December. One of those big December movies. There's going to be probably a New Mutants trailer. At least a teaser.
I think we'll get a Deadpool trailer first before we get a New Mutants trailer.
Oh, we don't even have a Deadpool trailer yet, and that's coming out.
We do have that.
Well, yeah,
the one that came off of Logan.
Yeah, but that one was quickly put together, and they actually they shot that before they even actually started the movie, or started production on the movie. So yeah. And did you hear the theory that was Uncle Ben, and the old man that got killed?
Yeah, I heard that theory. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's it on our Stacy Snyder's idea for New Mutants, or thoughts on the New Mutants movie.
Mm-hmm.
So next one we have Matthew Vaughn's ideas for his DCEU Man of Steel 2 movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have his exact words, but I know that he wants it to be a modern Richard Donner Superman movie.
So he wants it to be good. Because reason why I have feelings about Man of Steel, because I didn't see Superman in that movie. I saw a dude with the Superman S on his chest, but I didn't see Superman in that movie. I didn't. At one point see him crack a smile. I didn't see him save people. I just see him destroy everything and then be like, "This is not my world," but I grow to understand it. No, that was not Superman to me. I saw more Superman in Superman Returns than I did in Man of Steel.
Right. Okay, so here is what he had to say. He said, the sort of thing that's popular nowadays is something that's a bit lighter in tone, that's a bit more adventurous and a bit more colorful. And I think of things, for instance, like the Guardians of the Galaxy or the new Thor movie or indeed Kingsman. I think that's the kind of entertainment. Ooh, that's not what he said. That's what Dave Gibbons said. Oh, well. Either way, yeah. I mean, he does want one that he says is like a real Superman movie. If that's the case, I'll watch it. Mm-hmm. But I'm not even a huge man. I'm not even a Steel fan. I'm not a fan of what Zack Snyder did with Superman. And I'm not a huge fan of what Richard Donner did with Superman. I don't find Superman to be an interesting character to me at all. So I will watch it if Matthew Vaughn directs it. And I mean, I did. We both agree that we liked Superman Returns better than Man of Steel. Yes. Controversial thought, yes, but I did not hate. Who directed that again? He did.
That was Bryan Singer.
Bryan Singer, yeah, Bryan Singer.
Because he left X-Men 3 to do Superman Returns.
Yeah, not. I would say not a popular opinion, but I know there's a lot of people that did not like Man of Steel either. But I do like Henry Cavill as Superman, so I would not mind seeing a Superman's Man of Steel 2.
Actually cracks a smile. Who actually like I can count how many people he saved in that movie. Shown saving that movie on one hand.
Right.
He saved drowning families in the Batman vs Superman. He saved the one girl from the burning building. Did he save anyone in Man of Steel though? I'm trying to think. He didn't really save anyone in Man of Steel, because
directly. Did he indirectly save the universe though?
Yeah, but he destroyed Metropolis doing so.
Yeah.
That was the most destructive Superman I've ever seen on film.
Well, that's Zack Snyder.
Yeah, because there was one moment. It was from the Justice League Unlimited cartoon that was very poignant, but it was kind of cool too. Darkseid came to Earth and destroyed everything. And then Superman got mad and told Darkseid, for so long, I've held back because I didn't want to destroy or hurt anyone. But you can take all I can give. And then he just poured all his anger and frustration into Darkseid, and he just leveled everything else. But he did that because he said, Darkseid has already destroyed it all. So there's nothing to save, so I can just go all out now. And that was the point to his character, because it shows that he has been holding back this whole time. So to see him cut loose, it was a more poignant character moment. Just to have him cut loose on his first time out as Superman, there's no poignancy to that. It was just, I just wanted to destroy some stuff and use Superman to do it. So I didn't enjoy that aspect of Man of Steel, but I like to see his take on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I would definitely like to see Matthew Vaughn do Man of Steel 2 with Henry Cavill. I mean, I don't know. There's no talk of a Man of Steel 2 anytime soon, and there is definitely talk about the Flash. What's the new Flash movie called?
I'm talking about calling it Flashpoint.
Yes, Flashpoint. So we might not even have a Henry Cavill Man of Steel 2.
And I think that is a dumb move to do the Flashpoint movie so early. You could have just did a Flash movie about his rogues first. About him fighting the rogues. the Flash fighting like 5-6 villains at once, 5-6 lesser villains all at once. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, and I think they did just announce that Gal Gadot is going to be part of the Flashpoint movie.
Oh, she's integral to the story.
Yeah, and Cyborg, right?
The Justice League themselves are integral to the story, but they play different roles in the Flashpoint story. Like, for example, Superman is an alien trapped in a red room, a red sun prison. So he's never seen or interacted with humans before, so he can't really speak English. He's all emaciated. Wonder Woman leads the Amazons into battle against the Atlanteans that are headed by Aquaman for the fate of Earth. Cyborg works for the president. It's a lot of different things that happen due to the Flashpoint that could be cool if they saved it for later.
Right.
Because we don't really have any stories. We don't have no time to connect with these characters. Then we already have to see these drastically different versions of these characters.
All right, guys. As we promised at the top of the story, we just finished all of our movie news, the movie trailer discussions, and now we are going to get into our Kingsman: The Golden Circle movie review. I had the chance to see this on Thursday. I believe you just actually came back from seeing it just
a couple hours ago. Yes,
a couple hours ago. I'll go ahead and let you give your thoughts on it first, and then I'll go over and give mine.
Okay, when I went into Kingsman: Golden Circle, I was just hoping that it was at least as good as the first one, and I feel I got that. I enjoyed the set pieces. I enjoyed the comedy. I enjoyed the violence. I thought Poppy was a pretty good villain. I enjoyed the set. I enjoyed her way her lair was designed, and all this and all like that. And I enjoyed the stories. The stakes of the story were pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
Okay, I agree with you. I enjoyed it. I thought I may have enjoyed parts of it more than I enjoyed the first one. But that is fully realizing and accepting that there was a lot wrong with it too. I don't really agree that Poppy was a good villain. I thought she was a little... I mean, of course, it was over the top. The movie's almost... It's like a James Bond spoof, so it's going to be extra. But I thought she was a little crazy, a little too much for me to find believable. And then
I see this, about that believability thing. I see once I'm introduced to the world for what happened at the end of the first Kingsman movie, I'll believe anything you present to me in the world of the Kingsman at this point.
Right.
Because at this point you already showed me that this world's over the top. These things can happen, so it's like whatever you present to me, come with it, because you've already established that this world isn't set in the real world. Right. It's set in a pseudo real world, but with these fantastic villains behind the scenes.
And I really want to go into a more spoiler discussion after the show, probably, but there was something that happened. I'm not going to spoil it, guys, but at the end with Poppy and a couple other characters that need to be discussed.
Okay.
But and this isn't a spoiler, but I didn't feel like there was a lot of the Statesman. I was really wanting to see a little bit more of the Statesman, especially since my favorite actor Jeff Bridges was one of them.
I'm thinking what this was. This is kind of like the similar thing they do on TV called a backdoor pilot.
Right.
Where like, okay, you like these characters. What if we were to introduce these characters to this and see how y'all feel about them? Then maybe the next one would be just about them. And
ironically enough, Matthew Vaughn wanting to direct Man of Steel 2 after Zack Snyder, who is known for going over 3 hours in his original cuts of his films, Matthew Vaughn says that there is a 3.5 hour cut of this movie that we might end up probably seeing on Blu-ray. I don't know if it's not getting Man of Steel or Batman vs Superman hate enough for them to go ahead and throw it into theaters, but maybe we might get an extended cut of this on Blu-ray, which I would like to see, because there is I really enjoyed every actor in this movie, even Julianne Moore, who I thought was still.
The reason why I enjoyed Poppy as a villain, because they played her as crazy, but they didn't do the kind of thing they do with those kind of characters where she's calm voice at certain moments, and then she gets crazy, erratic, and violent at other moments.
Right. She kept it level. She kept
the same level throughout the whole movie, no matter what she was doing.
Right.
And I thought that was clever that they did that, because it shows you that how deranged she actually is, that she can be this calm and collected while doing all this horrible stuff.
Yeah, and I thought Pedro Pascal. What was the funny part? I had never heard of Pedro Pascal. I didn't at first. I thought this was like a de-aged Colin Firth, like as a statesman. It was like wow. It was like, is that they're not gonna address the fact? But I thought he looked a whole lot like Colin Firth for a little while, and it looked like he was wearing makeup and stuff. But man, it took me a little while to realize that was his own character.
Yeah, that was Pedro Pascal from Narcos on Netflix.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Man, I have to watch that one because he was really good in this movie. I thought he
played whiskey very well.
Yes. I mean, there was parts with his story that, like I said, we'll talk about later. But yeah, I thought he was excellent. I thought Halle Berry was great. There were parts with her story that messed me up a little bit. That had kind of like I feel like it was a little bit of a plot hole or some other direction that they could have gone with her character, which they didn't. But she was still great.
Channing Tatum was always
excellent. He was hilarious.
He was hilarious in that movie. I enjoyed Channing Tatum. He was in the movie very briefly.
Yes.
But every time he was on screen, I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Especially when he first arrived. That was awesome.
Right. And obviously, Colin Firth. This isn't a spoiler because it's in the trailer. Colin Firth is in this movie, and I think he's even in the poster. I don't know, but yeah, he is. So yeah.
And all the standees and everything. So they in the very first trailer they revealed that he was still alive. So
right.
That's not a spoiler.
No. He didn't feel he didn't feel like much of his character from the first, but that was because he was not playing for the part. He was not. What's his character? Galahad.
He was not for a majority of the movie. He was just Harry,
right? Not
Galahad.
Yeah, Galahad. Yeah, for the most, he didn't feel like Harry to me, even whenever he did. I'm not going to talk about that part. Yeah, no. But yeah, he didn't feel like Harry to me for the most part. But that was because the movie was not focused on him. They didn't focus on him much in the first one either. And there was a lot in this story that felt like they had to make up some backstory with him and Harry, because we saw his relationship from beginning to end in the first one. So they added some stuff into this one that we didn't probably happen, but they made it. They wanted us to believe that it did. What's up? Talk in your mic. Nobody can hear you.
Hi, hippie chick Bundy asks, how will your Netflix live and chill work?
Yeah, we're going to talk about our Patreon probably right after this review. Have you given all your thoughts on the movie?
Yeah.
No. Okay, you have though. You have though.
Oh, say what you're gonna say, and may trigger something in my head.
The other thing I really enjoyed in this movie was the music.
Oh yes, very clever use of music.
Guys, if you have not been tired of listening to John Denver from Alien Covenant, John Denver, Country Roads Take Me Home, Okja, Annie Song, this one, Annie Song, and Country Roads Take Me Home. I think there was even another movie this year that had John Denver, but man, he's back again in his music, and it's very prominent in this. Yes, uniquely used. I actually absolutely love it.
Every time you heard a song you would recognize in this movie, it wasn't just played for the sake of playing it. It actually served the point of the story, and it was very cool when they used it.
And there's a certain pop rock and roll singer in this movie that was excellent.
Oh yeah, this movie. He got every little bit of we got every little bit of our money's worth out of his character.
Okay, and then The other thing that bugged me quite a bit, actually, that took a little bit away was the overuse of the, that's the church scene that was pretty much the only one that they used it in the first movie, is all over this movie. They use it pretty much for every single fight scene, and I could have used that a lot less.
I actually thought that added to me, that added to the action scenes to me. I enjoyed that.
Really?
Yeah, that actually gave it that frenetic pace of, like, it gave it a frenetic pace of, like, this is what they've been trained to do, and that's how they can do it so efficiently.
Yeah.
It gave it that edge that this is easy for them.
Well, I liked the fight scene, but you know what I'm talking about, the frantic camera work. Where,
that's what I'm talking about. It actually adds to it because it gives it that urgency of, we gotta get rid of these dudes quick because there's more coming. We gotta keep moving.
Right.
We gotta keep moving and moving around so we not stationary too long, and plus we can keep moving forward to our goal. It added to that, and I thought that was cool that they kept that.
I just wish it stayed realistic. They used a lot of CGI for most of those fight scenes that kind of took me out of it a little bit. But I mean, it still was fun. It was still fun. I just think I would have rather have seen it done a little bit differently a few less times.
And when you're fighting a certain character with a certain special limb, I kind of can give the CGI use in a fight scene a pass.
Yeah, but I think that's really it that I can say, as far as I can say without spoiling the movie. I think we covered most of So I definitely will add that to my collection. I want to see it again in theaters. There's a lot of movies I have to watch in theaters. There's a lot of movies I've said that I want to see again that I probably won't have time to see, but I definitely enjoyed Kingsman. I thought it was a worthy sequel, and I'm excited to see more if there's going to be a third movie. I feel like there is going to be a third.
If this one does well, we're going to get Kingsman 3.
Yes.
So what's your score?
My score? I will give it... I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
I was thinking about it. I was feeling 8 as well. Because like I said, I enjoyed it just as much as the first one, but I have to give the first one a slight edge because
there was more heart in the first one. I'll give it that. There were some emotional scenes, some tension that I felt. I did not feel that so much in this one. There wasn't a lot of...
in certain scenes, I felt it a little bit. Like, I felt those certain moments from the first one in different ways.
Yeah.
In this one, I felt those moments. So there were hard moments that we'll get into in our spoiler review.
Yeah. So that's an 8 across the board, 8 out of 10. And I would even give the first one. I'll go ahead and give that one an 8.5 out of 10. So it's very close to what I would have scored the first one.
I'll just go ahead and give the first one a 9.
You'll give it a 9. Okay.
Because I every so often I still watch the church scene randomly, and I still enjoy it every time I see it because that scene was just so beautifully choreographed that it's like the lobby scene from The Matrix. It's iconic.
Yeah. All right, guys. So go see Kingsman: The Golden Circle. You'll enjoy yourself, and let us know what you thought. Hit us up in the messages. Tweet us, and just let us know what you thought about the movie. See if you tell us if you agree, and also be on the lookout for a spoiler review coming out fairly soon, probably right after we're done with the show.
All right.
And like I promised, guys, I said I was going to talk about the Patreon. Let me go to open this up real quick so I can give you guys an in-depth breakdown of what our... I can go to patreon.com, but I actually know the link right here. So patreon.com/moviechamps. Thank you for opening it up for me.
Quickly.
Okay, so... That's not what I need to see. Movie Champs. Sorry for the dead air, but the internet is being slow.
Oh, yeah. Stick around. There's going to be a trivia game after this, and I'm excited to beat Walker at it.
So, I don't know if Zach knows this, but I had the YouTube chat open. Our technical producer, Zachary Cheatham, who helped us come up with a lot of these ideas for Patreon, let that person, let Night Hippie Chick 90 know that he has no clue how our Netflix and chill tier works.
Pay for Patreon event.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and start from the top here. Where's our rewards at? Here they are. Posts. I need to like log out, it seems like, to see what our... Oh, here we go. Here's our rewards. So we start at $2. Fairly small. So that gives you access to our audio-only podcast, which is basically the live show for now. It's our live show in audio-only form.
Live TV, people.
Live TV. And then, but eventually we will have discussions and different shows in that tier that will be exclusive to our Patreon and podcast subscribers. So also we had the Patreon exclusive after show, which we haven't got to do yet because we have no supporters on our Patreon. That's going to be I'd say about 30 minutes. Right after we're done doing this live shows on Fridays or Saturdays until whatever we hammer down a actual date. But for now, it's Friday. That's our target date usually. We're going to go straight to our Patreon, and we're going to do a live stream there where it's going to be a little more laid back. If we can. We usually get a little bit more laid back as the show closes anyway. But yeah, it's going to be a lot more fun there. We're going to do games, talk to you guys. It's going to be a lot more interactive than just us sitting here talking about movies and stuff. It'll probably get crazy. I don't know. We're going to have a lot more people on this show eventually, and it'll definitely be a lot more interactive there too. So that's our $2 tier. Our very next one we have is the $5, which is, I titled that one Part of the Movie Champs Crew. You get all the previous rewards and the Netflix and chill. I wrote that on there. Every month you'll be able to participate in a live movie watch along with the Movie Champs Crew, and that the date and the times will be announced ahead of time. The way that works is there's a service called riff.tv or .com. It's one of those dots, but it's called Riff, and it's a service that allows you to log into your Netflix account, and basically there's going to be a little screen down at the bottom where you'll be able to see the Netflix show, and then we're going to be in big for some reason. That's the way that they go. And you're going to basically be able to, it's going to be live streamed, and we're going to watch a Netflix show together. You'll watch our reactions. We'll talk about what we're seeing. You're not going to get probably a whole lot of the Netflix aspect of it.
No, you're getting more of what we think about what we're watching here.
Yeah. So and what you're watching, because there's a chat in there where we can interact and talk about what we're seeing together. So whether it's a Netflix show, Netflix movie, that remains to be seen because we're not at that point yet, but we will be eventually. And yeah, this service is called, I think, riff.tv, riff.tv is what I believe the website is called. I'm going to actually confirm that for you right now. But I mean, it's going to be in the Patreon. You probably won't even have to worry about what service it is that we're using, because I believe we can embed it right into a post onto Patreon.
Okay.
Yep, so riff.tv. That's what it's called.
So you just link. So when we do it, we'll just have a link ready to send y'all to the show. Yeah,
and like I said, in the post, we'll announce it ahead of time. It'll be a scheduled event, and you'll probably at least know maybe 4 or 5 days ahead of time. So, and it saves. That video, I believe, will save onto the Patreon. So if you didn't catch it live, you can at least see how it went. So I think I had something else in there. That was just the Netflix and chill part of the $5. So that's a $5 donation a month. It also gives you access to our exclusive movie commentaries. I believe we just recently did one for movie 43.
Yes. Yes, I still remember movie 43, unfortunately.
Yeah. And then also you'll get a shout out in the credits. That we don't have any credits right now because
no Patreons.
No Patreons, so we can do credits.
Yeah.
But why would I want to worry about it? I ain't got no Patreons yet. So yeah, there's a shout out on our credits. That's name only, and it's for the duration of the month that you donated.
Mm-hmm.
So if you keep donating, your name will always be in there. If you donate for 1 month, your name will be in there for a month.
Mm-hmm.
So also you'll be able to vote on future topics. There'll probably be movies that we're going to comment on and things like that. And also early access to behind the scenes videos. I don't even know if you saw what happened behind the scenes of how we set up this show, we would not be monetized.
Oh, no.
I can tell you that much. Good gracious. It is a headache to get this thing up and running.
Oh, yeah.
So, movie reviewer exclusive. That is a $7 tier. And I say it's movie reviewer exclusive because if you are a movie reviewer like us, and you have a YouTube channel, Stardust, whatever, some sort of video format that you deliver your movie reviews on, we will advertise your channel on our show. We plan on doing commercial breaks and stuff eventually once we start getting sponsored and stuff like that, and we will throw you in there too. You will be in our commercial break. Your video and your channel will be featured prominently in our commercials. So that's just a $7. I feel like when we were coming up with these prices, we did not want to price anybody out of anything.
We wanted to feel like we were getting something for your money.
Yes, that's why we, even on our lowest tier, we have something to offer you besides a thank you and thanks for your support. We want to make sure that it felt as sincere as we actually mean for it to be.
Yeah, we actually wanted to feel like we appreciate that you were actually supporting us this way. So we wanted to give you something more than just a thumbs up and move on.
Yes. So then we have the $50 tier. Please do not donate to that unless you can actually afford that. So they get all the previous rewards and exclusive Movie Champs merch. T-shirts, coffee mugs, Movie Champs parody posters. Pretty much, there's a lot of stuff. Zach makes a lot of stuff too. Zach's actually going to start making some more of our merch in-house, so we don't have to rely on services like Zazzle and stuff like that. We were hoping to make it a little bit more affordable for us and for you. So yeah, that's going to be really cool. Especially, I've never shown you guys my parody posters, but I might get one printed out and feature some here. They're pretty. I've shown him EJ some of them.
Yeah, they are pretty funny. They're pretty interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're completely fake movies with.
Yeah, none of them are real.
None of them are real movies.
They're just concepts that he came up with.
Maybe the next episode we'll have one pop up and show you.
Yeah.
But I probably won't have one printed out yet. That's cool. All right, and our technical producer has something he wants to talk about. Oh, you want to text me, but you don't want to talk about it yet. When do you want to do it?
At the end of the show.
At the end of the show. All right, cool. So, well, that was our Patreon, guys. If you want to support us, if you like what we do here, you don't have to go to the Patreon. If you want to, you can. But at the very least, hit the like button and subscribe button if you have not already.
And don't forget to hit the bell that lets you know when we're getting ready to
go on. Yes, hit that bell because we don't want to disappear. We want you to be able to see us. Let me see. Do we have any comments here? Nope. Cool. All right, so we're going to go into our game time.
Yes.
Our technical producer, Zach, is going to drop his phone on the ground again.
Yes. That's an awesome sound.
Oh, my God. Can you please keep your phone on the
How
table?
is your iPhone still alive, my friend?
All right. He's actually going to read us some trivia questions. I actually have it set up if we end up doing the soundbite thing. But for now, we're going to do a movie trivia game. And I will try my best to keep score.
Okay, because I actually have...
oh, you got the score thing.
I actually have a score thing here.
Cool. So you're in red and I'm in blue?
Yeah, we'll just keep it here. You just tap it to add the point.
Cool.
First to 10 wins.
All right. First to 10 wins.
All right.
All right. So make sure.
You just picked it. You just you should get you one of these too, so you know what the categories are for you.
I'll just call out the letter of the triangle or the color of the triangle.
Okay, that makes
Let's
sense.
just talk in that microphone there, and we'll go ahead and get this game started.
Yes.
All right. Did I just pull one and?
Just
pull one and just tell us the color of the triangle so we can get an idea what we're.
I mean, is it like a raise your hand?
yeah. How are we gonna do that? Do we want to tap, or just say?
I should have got the buzzers from the dollar store. I
Well,
forgot to get
so is he just gonna? You want him just to read the question and then hands
Yeah,
up, whoever
raise your
goes-
hand and whoever gets the.
Because I have a feeling there's gonna be
We're taking it
sometimes.
back to elementary school where if you don't raise your hand first, then you don't get called on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready?
And the other person gets to steal for the point.
Yeah. All right. We'll go with the green triangle.
Okay, that is take 3.
All right.
Cool.
Heat.
Heat.
Oh.
Oh,
read
cool.
the answer. Awesome. Nice.
Ah, it's a great movie.
I see how this goes.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes.
usually the
This is
longer
some
one as a
Jeopardy.
question.
Ooh.
Who is Al Pacino?
Yes.
Oh, TLDR.
Too long, didn't read. All right, what's up?
All right, Daniel Day-Lewis,
My favorite.
Martin Scorsese, and you two all received Oscar nominations for 2000. All right. Well,
Got it. Okay, Gangs of New York.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 1 point for you.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
Let's go orange.
Orange.
Slogans.
Song slogans. Okay, cool. Go ahead.
I might even know this one without looking. All right, what 2005 Tim Burton movie has the tag along "Loving you is like loving the dead"? And I think I know the answer. All right, go ahead.
The Corpse Bride.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, that's what I figured it was. I just couldn't remember the name. All right, and then yellow.
Okay, that is pop culture.
All right, let's see. This is kind of a throwback.
There you go. There, I can hear you.
Who won 1953's Best Actor Oscar for his portrayal as Marshall Will Kane in High Noon? All right,
Go ahead.
DJ.
Was that John Wayne?
No, not
No,
John
he
Wayne.
only won for Rooster Cogburn and Troop, or Troop, whatever that thing's called.
Walker, you want to go for the steal?
Have I heard this man's name?
I have heard this man's name.
Cut pass. What is it?
Gary Cooper.
Gary Cooper. That was who I wanted to
That's
think
not what you
about,
said,
but I didn't say anything.
So nobody gets
Is
the
that
point.
talk a little bit closer? I can, because you can be heard.
You can also just pull the mic to you. instead
Yeah,
of
that'd
sitting
probably be
up to
easier
it.
because I got you the rotating
We're
one.
gonna get back to
There you go.
move, Archie.
Archie the Pug Russell Terrier in the house.
All right.
There you go.
Now you're comfortable and can talk into the mic.
All right. Can y'all hear me though?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can't hear.
They can hear
myself.
you.
These headphones.
Let's
are
get this
not
going.
set right. All right. He played a folk singer in A Mighty Wind, A Father in American Pie. and a
Ooh,
Tiny-
right here. Eugene Levy.
There you go. Once I read Father in American Pie, I knew it was. Oh, God.
2-1.
Gross. All right. What Adam Sandler movies tag along was "If Your Father Was the Devil and Your Mother Was an EJ"? I saw you.
Little Nicky.
There you go.
2-2.
All right. The yellow one. Honestly, do I need to call out the color?
No, just go ahead.
Just
Just
go-
go ahead.
just
Just
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Make a
We'll
random
get
one.
it up.
We'll
It's
figure
just
it out.
movie trivia at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Who won 1996 Best Adapted Screenplay Oscar for Sense and Sensibility, and was also nominated for her acting in the film?
Good. EJ.
EJ.
I just had it and I lost
What year was it?
1996.
Sense and Sensibility. Best adapted. Pass. I mean, I know it's like
Pass.
it's a Jane Austen book, right? I don't know who the actress was in that movie. Who was the actress?
Emma Thompson.
I would never have gotten there. I would never have gotten there.
I would. All right. Just call this one.
Come on.
I'm pulling from the wrong end. All right. I've seen this movie, so I should know this.
Cool.
What film was Michael Douglas as a newly appointed U.S. drug czar.
Mm-hmm.
That's a name I don't know. Del Toro. Benicio Del Toro. Duh. All right. As a Mexican drug enforcement officer. All right, EJ?
Would that be Crash?
Mm-mm.
No.
Is it Traffic?
There you go.
Ah, Traffic. Yeah.
I can see
Steven
that's what he was
Soderbergh.
thinking.
Yeah.
Michael Caine was in there?
No,
Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
Oh, Michael Douglas. Okay, yeah, that's why. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Name
I was close with Crash, but it was actually Traffic.
Yeah, I see where you're trying to go with that.
Yeah.
All right.
I knew it was a one-word title, but I
Yeah.
got it wrong.
Name the movie that was written by Quentin Tarantino and carried the tagline, "Vampires No Interview." EJ.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yep.
Dang, good job. What's that? What's the score?
Ask EJ.
We're tied 3-3.
All right. What Hollywood pairs off-screen romance?
Is that?
Use
Can you bring the
punctuation?
mic a little bit now?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh my God. You gotta bend it down.
I
There
think
you
I'm
go.
being here pretty well.
Yeah.
All right. What Hollywood pairs off-screen romance was heating up as they were going through a breakup in 2006?
Oh, that would be Jennifer, Jessica.
Yeah, you're.
Would that be Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie?
Absolutely
No,
not. That would be Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck.
No.
You said heating up on screen.
Yeah.
It's not Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner.
No. I will give you a hint. Anytime I talk about a lady of age that is still attractive, I always mention her.
Betty White. I don't know.
Close.
Man.
No.
I have
All
no
right,
idea.
here's another hint. It probably has something to do with his big forehead.
I'm gonna go ahead and just say, I don't know.
EJ, you give up or you won't? An actor with a very large forehead.
James Vanderbeek.
No.
Okay, I give up.
Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn, that's right. And the breakup. I forgot they dated for like a week.
Yeah, I personally think that Jennifer Aniston is very attractive still,
Okay.
I can agree.
and Vince Vaughn has a very large forehead.
Yeah, I can agree.
Yes, I agree with that one. He does that.
7 head.
7 head.
Oh, Walker, I feel like you're gonna win this one or get this one. What Coen brother movie features John
Goodman? Tortoro?
Turturro as a playwright, Steve Buscemi,
Something Fink? Barney Fink? Or
let me
Burton
finish
Fink?
the
Burton
question.
Fink?
Let me finish the question.
Is it Burton Fink?
As a hotel bellhop, and John Goodman as a creepy insurance salesman.
Dude, Big Lebowski?
No.
Barton Fink?
Yes. I
Oh,
said
then
let me
let-
finish the question.
Okay.
All right.
4-3.
I just Walker loves Coen brother movies. What contemporary musical has stars singing "Come What May," "Sparkling Diamond," and "Elephant Love Melody"?
Across the Universe?
That's what I thought it was too. No.
I don't know. I was going to say, those ones sound like Beatles songs.
Repeat the question.
Yeah.
Oof.
Is it modern, you said?
Long read. What contemporary musical has the stars singing "Come What May," "Sparkling Diamonds," and "An Elephant Love Melody"?
Moulin Rouge.
Also, people that are watching the live stream, if you want to try to steal some of these answers before they get to them, feel free.
Well, if that's the case, I better close my laptop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't have nothing open on my screen, so.
It's not Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, well, then come on.
Did
I
you say
said that.
that?
I said it already, yes.
I was trying to.
Yeah, he
chime
said
in with
Ben
the-
said we said it like twice.
Oh.
Keep
Yeah,
up.
You got it.
5-3 now. Keep up.
What 2005 movie was based on a Broadway musical, which was based on a 1968 movie?
Oh my God. Is this all going to be musicals?
I hope not. EJ.
You said Okay.
A 2005 movie that was based on a Broadway was based on a Broadway musical, which was based on a 1968 movie.
Les Miserables.
Nah, it's not that one.
What year? You said what was the last date you said?
1968. So it's a movie based off a musical that was based off a movie.
Movie based off a musical based off a movie.
I think I know now.
Phantom at the Opera.
No.
Okay, that was my guess.
Oklahoma.
No.
Have I heard of this?
No, I have not. I don't know if you have.
What's the newest date?
2005.
Mamma Mia.
No.
Dang it. I give up.
The producer.
Oh, yeah. The producers?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the because it was a Gene Wilder movie first.
Yeah.
Then they made it a musical, and then they made the
Nathan Lane and
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick, yeah.
All right. What 1951 movie garnered Oscar nominations for Katharine Hepburn, Humphrey Bogart, and John Huston.
John Huston?
Oh, director John Huston.
Mm.
Okay, I need to learn to read. EJ.
Casablanca.
Nope. Katharine Hepburn, right?
Oh, I think I have another guess.
What's that?
Go ahead.
The Maltese Falcon.
Nope.
North by Northwest. No. I give up.
I give up.
African Queen.
I would have never gotten there.
Yeah, no.
I've seen those.
Still 5-3.
Here's one.
Walker lead.
I'm not even gonna look at because I might try to go for it. What creepy 1990 thriller has the tagline "The most frightening thing about Jacob's Ladder's nightmare is that he isn't dreaming"?
You said Jacob's Ladder?
Jacob Singer's nightmare.
You just gave the answer, man.
Jacob's Ladder?
Yeah.
You
piece of crap. You gave the answer away.
Yeah. Pick another card. That card don't count.
Yes.
All right. You've Got Mel.
Oh, good one.
Is modernized remake of what 1940 Jimmy Stewart movie?
Crap, I knew the answer to this. Or knew the answer. I've heard the answer to this. Not that I know it.
I didn't know You've Got Mail was a remake.
I know, right? I give up on that one. I have no clue.
No.
The Shop Around the Corner.
Yeah, no. We would have been here for days.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that.
It sounds boring.
Archie would have learned to talk by that time.
What 1999 supernatural thriller features a boy who sees dead people?
Come on, right here. Sixth Sense.
No.
What?
Wait.
Let me finish the question. Hypnosis, encryptic word, dig. So I'm going to repeat the question since you chimed in a little too early.
Yeah.
What
Mercury Rising?
No. What 1999 supernatural thrillers features a boy who sees dead people, comma, hypnosis, and the cryptic word dig? Question mark.
Holes. I don't know.
Oh, dig.
You said 1999.
Boy that sees dead people.
Boy that sees dead people.
Have I heard this movie?
I've heard it but never seen it.
Hypnosis and dig.
How I've heard it, I have no
Is this a horror movie?
Psychological
Thriller.
Psychological thriller.
Supernatural thriller.
Supernatural thriller.
Supernatural thriller.
You got me.
Why do I
1999?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like I would know? I know this.
I feel like I should know this.
Uh-huh.
I was alive in 1999.
I was 13 in '99. So
Old.
I was 4.
I was 8.
Oh, don't make me the old man in the room. Come on now. Don't do that to me. I didn't realize I was the old guy. All right. Thanks for outing me as that, you guys.
Oh man, I feel like I've probably seen this movie. I give up though. To be honest, I don't even know where to start.
I don't believe I've seen it, but I've definitely heard of it before.
What's it called? Or do you give up?
I give up.
Stir of Echoes.
Oh,
Kevin Bacon movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was 1999, but it makes sense now that I think about it.
It was. All right, name the steamy 1981 thriller with Kathleen Turner. And
Not Fatal Attraction.
No.
Fatal Attraction.
Name this. Name a steamy 1981 thriller in which Kathleen Turner tells William Hurt, "You aren't too smart. Period. I like that man."
I know this movie, but I don't know the answer.
I do not know.
Oh God.
I give up.
Yeah.
Body.
Body?
Body Heat.
Oh, I would never. That wasn't
I
what I
never
was
would
thinking
have
of.
gotten Body Heat.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That was not even what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Zach, a little louder in the mic.
Alright. What are the nicknames of speed-loving hotshot Pete Mitchell and his best friend and co-hotshot Nick Bradshaw?
What's up?
EJ.
Would that be Goose and Iceman?
You're halfway, right?
What?
Oh, Maverick and Iceman.
Oh, so this is Top Gun.
Yeah.
Top Gun.
No.
What?
Oh.
It is Top Gun, but that's not the names. You got the names, but you put them in the wrong. You didn't put them both together.
Oh, so it's Iceman and Goose.
No.
Maverick and Goose.
There you go.
Ah! So close. So close. It's 6-3.
It made me mad. You were so close.
I know. I'm mad at myself. Don't be mad for me. I'm mad for myself.
All right. What 1984 movie had a sequel? Had sequels that were subtitled "Dream Warriors," "The Dream Master," and "The Dream Child"?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes. Wait. Yes.
Okay.
7-3.
Name the movie that begins with the narrated line, "People are always asking me if I know Tyler Durden."
Fight Club.
Dang it!
There you go.
I had to steal that one. I wasn't raising my hand for that one. I was going to shout the answer.
That'll work too.
Yeah.
Unless yeah.
Should we think? If we got to think about it.
If we tie, we'll just get a new question.
Yeah. That's how we work. That's how we deal with
Because
tiebreakers.
there's no way he's gonna look up. He's reading.
Yeah.
Was I supposed to play?
No,
No.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
I
you
said
said
there's no way to look
what-
up. You're
look
reading.
up. Oh, yeah. What adventurous? Well, for the tiebreaker, we'll just do an IMDb thing. Anyway, what adventurous 2006 movie opens with a murder and a
Scream.
2006.
2006?
And the Lever.
On the Louvre. Oh, the Da Vinci Code.
Dang, yeah.
You piece of crap.
I am a piece of crap. 'Cause I got that one right. He's trying to say it low enough where it mumbled. I heard what he said.
That was a good one.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. 7-4. I'm coming. No, it should be 7-5 because I got the Fight Club right one too. So
Yeah, you did.
7-5.
There you go. Now it's
Moving on.
Now we're
right.
getting in there. Now we're getting close.
Oh.
This is,
Cool.
this is my roaring comeback right here.
And what 2004 movie does Count Olaf try to steal? It's not Frozen. Try to steal Violet Claw's Sunny.
I know this movie.
Fortune. Sunny's Fortune. I don't know the last name.
Count Olaf.
Oh, I know this one.
I know this movie.
Count repeat the question.
Read it.
All right. And what
Well.
2004 movie does Count Olaf try to steal Violet Claw's Sunny? But I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but that's not important. Fortune.
Probably could be.
It probably could be. I'll give you a hint. There's a show that they made off this movie.
No, Count Olaf is 2004.
Yeah.
Dark Shadows.
No. Count Olaf.
Count. The name does sound.
I know,
familiar.
right?
Count Olaf.
Count Olaf.
I could give you.
Give me a clue.
Pull up the actor. I believe I remember.
Yeah, it sounds like a Johnny Depp. Is it like no?
Count Olaf.
Do you want me to? No, I'm not gonna do that one. I was gonna say I could tell you who plays the person in the show that they made off this movie. but
Okay.
That's gonna
Give it away.
really give it away.
Okay.
So,
Dang it!
okay.
Why do I know who Count Olaf
The
is?
Count Olaf sounds familiar.
In a 2004 movie with Count Olaf as a character. Dude,
We're gonna be so.
This is killing me.
We're gonna be so mad when we get this.
I've seen this movie. Have you seen this movie?
I've seen this movie.
Did we see it in theaters together?
No.
I don't know. I give up.
What
but I'm
genre
mad.
is it?
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Like fantasy something.
The Disney?
I don't remember. I'll
Is
give
it
you the
like Disney?
director's name.
Give me the director.
Yeah.
Brad Silberling.
Oh, well, that didn't help any.
Nah,
I don't even
no.
think. You
Jude
say that.
Law, Jude Law's in it.
Jude Law.
Jude Law, Count Olaf. Jude Law, Count Olaf. It's not.
Liam Aiken's in it.
Who?
Liam Aiken.
Oh, that didn't help me any.
Kara Huffman.
Nope.
Count Olaf.
Shelby Huffman.
Nope. Nope. Not helping me any.
Emily.
What?
Emily Browning.
Oh, Count Olaf. Emily Browning. That would be Lemony Snicket's and the Series of Unfortunate Events.
There you go.
Dang, that's the Jim Carrey character.
Oh,
Dang
yeah.
it, dude.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yes.
Yes.
Neil Patrick Harris playing himself pretty much.
Dang it, man. I knew who Count Olaf was.
I did too. Good one.
God.
Good one.
Hey,
Good one.
Oh,
I didn't read the
guys.
books, guys. So
What
if you're a
time
book
is it?
person, don't be mad at me.
I hate to rain on your parade, but Night Hippie got it before y'all did.
Oh,
I just opened up the feed, saw that she had already answered.
okay, that's fine.
So none of y'all get the point.
I'm glad. I bet
Oh.
she got it like 5 minutes ago.
So how do I take?
Is anybody that I know people that would have like Count Olaf? Why aren't you not saying Lemony Snicket, you idiot?
I would like to.
So we're back. So it's still 5-7.
Yeah.
So if he gets one right, I just won't hit the board.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
like to say, like to shout out Night Hippie for being the real MVP and always watching our shows.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
hope she heard that.
And she bought a Horror Champs coffee mug.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes, you did. Thank you for that.
Yes, thank you. In what movie does a wealthy man announce to his son's kidnapper, "Congratulations, you've just become $2 million lottery ticket," as he offers a bounty on national TV?
Paycheck.
No.
Or payback.
No.
A ransom.
There you go.
Dang it. It's
Okay, I just want to hit the button now. It's 5-8.
Yes. It's a Mel Gibson movie.
Helen
God.
Fielding wrote the novel and co-wrote a screenplay on which 2001
Wow.
comedy was based.
I'm glad you read that so well.
Oh yeah. Yes. PBS Masterpiece Theater needs to hire you for that reading.
Let me say with a little more enthusiasm. Helen Fielding wrote the novel and co-wrote the screenplay on what 2001 comedy was based.
I don't know how you mistake the which and the what, but I have no idea.
It said 2001 comedy.
No, it says which what on which
Oh,
what
which what?
on which what
That doesn't even.
2001
On which what?
Which / what?
on which what 2001 comedy was based.
2001 comedy.
Yeah.
Ellen Fielding.
No. Yeah. But Helen Fielding. Yeah.
Hmm.
On which?
I have a feeling this is like
What?
a Tom Hanks type thing. Am I
You
getting
just
close?
Give up because I don't know.
I have no clue.
I give up.
She said, Night Hippie Chick said, "You're welcome, guys. Keep up the great work. I love watching.
Thank you.
I love you watching."
Thank you.
Yeah, we both gave up, by the way.
Bridget Jones' Diary.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
made sense.
Oh, now that you say it that way.
Which?
Yeah.
What 2000?
You read that part so well.
Yeah. That already was written so well.
In what banner year were the fans' favorite Forrest Gump?
Forrest Grump? Come on. Wake up.
Forrest Gump. Dude, I have work.
Was that in 1991?
No, 1994. What?
Yeah.
92.
Pulp Fiction and Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, I love 1995.
No.
6.
Yes, EJ got it.
What was it?
94.
Bro,
You
that was
said
the
it-
first one I
you
said.
it, but you said it questioningly.
I said it with enthusiasm.
So who gets the point? Or do we go to the IMDb tiebreaker?
You rock paper
Let's-
scissors. Let's do an IMDb tiebreaker for that one.
All right, because I need the point, and I can't let him win.
We could do. Yeah. What's the? Oh, is this where
I'm
you just
honestly
named the
voting
actor?
for EJ.
Huh?
I'm honestly hoping EJ wins.
Oh, no wonder.
You yelled at me last week. All right, here's a movie that hasn't came out yet.
Okay.
Let's see if y'all can figure it out by the actors.
All right, cool.
Okay,
That's
fun.
my specialty.
Uh-oh.
I like this game.
Edward Norton.
Okay.
Okay.
Bill Murray.
I like Isle of Dogs.
That doesn't. That one doesn't count because we already did that.
I totally read that
We talked
earlier.
about that on the show.
Yeah, you said a movie that's not coming out, coming out, and then you name a movie we talked about earlier in the show.
I
Good
love-
man.
He pays attention just about as well as he reads.
You know, you can't really do the show without me.
I feel like we could.
I could dip. Alright. Alright.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out how to spell this word.
Oh my! Spell it or read it.
Spell it.
You're looking at your phone.
George Clooney.
Okay.
Bill Murray.
Okay.
Oh, Monuments Men.
No. Jason Schwartzman.
Oh, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
There you go. Well, Dafoe was in that. He played a rat,
Yeah.
a creepy rat too. Guy always be playing something creepy.
Walker needs 1 point to win.
Yeah, come on, EJ. What do you need?
Okay, we need. And I need you to help me here,
Yes,
man.
it's called reading.
Yes.
And
What songwriting legend?
is that a question?
Oh yeah, he is a legend too. I love this guy.
Elton John.
No.
Dang
Won an Oscar for the song "Things Have Changed" from the movie Wonder Boy.
Oh, is it Wonder Boy? Sting?
No.
Nope. I don't even know Wonder Boy. Oh, Wonder Boy, is that like that's I'm thinking Astro Boy now. I don't even know. What year was this? Do you know?
No. Wasn't that Wonder Boy from Tenacious D?
No.
It's not them.
It's not like Dave Matthews.
He sings that also.
No, I don't know. I don't know the answer to this.
That does sound like a song.
I passed too. I don't know
pass.
the way you
It
said
does
it.
sound like a song Dave Matthews.
I'm passing because I'm trying to get some points. Pass.
It's Bob Dylan.
No, I would never got there. I don't
No.
even know. I didn't know.
No.
Never even heard of Wonder Boy.
Okay, that's.
Heard of Bob
So I
Dylan
didn't
though.
get the answer right. All right, let's see. I keep putting them in the wrong place.
Could you pick one that we can get right?
Yes. How about that? One that I can specifically.
Ooh,
get
here's
right.
a good one.
Oh
Okay,
boy,
okay,
well, that
okay.
means I'm gonna get this one.
Oh,
Name
okay.
the
Okay.
19. I was throwing some shade. Name the 1983 movie whose crime lord, protagonist. I was getting there.
No, you
Was
weren't.
described with the tagline, "He loved the American dream."
Scarface.
Woo! Attaboy!
Dang, I would never have gotten that from that much information.
Dude, I didn't even get to finish.
Except for the crime lord part, that probably would have helped in 1983.
I didn't even get to finish the question, man.
Straight shooting.
Alright, there's one more question on here. What city does the 2005 comedy Fever Pitch take place?
Boston.
Dang it.
Oh, God.
Dang it, dude. Chill.
I'm trying to win here, man.
I didn't even give a night hippie chick a chance to. Alright, let's see. She's still watching. We got one watching right now.
Get going.
What 80s comedy features the aspiring artist his creation that comes to life as a beautiful woman?
Weird Science.
No, I'm so tired I can't read this. Life as a beautiful woman in the department store window display that they
Mannequin.
designed together.
Dang it, dude.
Oh, yes. I was going to say life size.
That was about a Barbie doll.
Yeah.
Are you tied yet?
No.
Not yet. I'm coming back.
1 point
though.
away from being tied. Come
Let's
on.
go, my drinks. We got to finish this game.
Yes, yes. It's getting interesting now, isn't it?
Yes.
I
All right.
hate this one. What comedy?
Comedy.
Comedy.
Comedian. What comedian actor directed The Cable Guy?
Jim Carrey.
No,
Ben Stiller.
Yes.
Dang it! Calm down.
I'm tied it up. Let's go.
Dang it!
Next point wins.
All tied up. No worries.
Come on.
Come on. Yes, come on.
All right. Private Eye Sam Spade hunts for the stuff that dreams are made of, in what
Noir.
noir mystery movie?
What year is it?
I've heard of this one. I don't know. Doesn't show the year. Did I say the year?
No, he didn't say the year.
I didn't say the
He
year.
said Sam Spade.
Yeah, but I will give you the year.
Okay.
It probably won't help, but
Sturvek. No. he's not
Don't say Sturvekos.
Sturvekos.
well then.
Huh?
I don't think this was 1941.
Yep. Nope. Not for me.
No.
Pass.
No, there's a remake.
Not in my pay grade.
It's a remake. When did the remake come out?
1931.
Nope. Not for me.
Oh, that was the remake. Oh, okay. Never
There's
mind.
got to be another one.
Darkman.
No.
I don't know. Just throwing
Pass.
things out.
I'm gonna
What
say
is it?
Pass.
Hold on. Oh, there was a show in 2006.
I missed it.
Pass.
Supernatural.
Who was Sam Spade? The name of that character?
I don't know. What's the name of the
We
answer?
passed.
Yeah,
We
he
passed.
Oh, Maltese Falcon.
You already. Does
I
it
said
count
it.
that he said that earlier?
No, it does not. 'Cause I didn't
Okay.
say it now.
Well,
Not for me. Not for me. Yeah, you know what it was.
I took a guess because I knew Humphrey Bogart was in something. There's only 2 Humphrey Bogart movies I know.
Yeah, Humphrey Bogart was in this 1941 one.
I just didn't know his
Cool.
character's name, but I knew he was in it.
What does Holly Golightly call her cat in the breakfast activities? It's original.
Princess?
Hey, 90% said, dang, go EJ. With 2 exclamation points. No, not Princess.
Hmm.
So at least she's cheering for you.
Yes,
No one's really cheering for you, Walker.
can somebody please send my mom the link to the show?
My mom will cheer for me.
No, she probably would cheer for EJ too. Okay.
Pass.
Tinkerbell.
No.
I have given everything up.
Cat.
That's a
She's
very...
Oh,
Cat's name's Cat. That's why I said it's original.
man.
Ah.
That's a pretty cool name.
Yeah.
Guys, we're all tired. What 80s comedy? God, look
That-
at
that
The
comedy
word you're
again.
looking for is called comedy.
Comedy.
silly.
I've worked 75 hours this week with hardly any sleep.
There's only 24 in a day, so let's get this thing started.
I said this week.
Do it.
What 80s comedy features an aspiring artist? His creation that comes to life so
It's like you read this already. Mannequin.
so done.
Mannequin.
I'm so done with
We need
this.
1 point to win this thing.
And it's taking forever.
There's literally
There we
like
go.
500 cards in front of you.
Someone will win this one. This card has 3 easy movies.
Better not
What
be too easy.
legendary high schooler has a girlfriend named Sloan, a best friend named Cameron, and a sister named Jeannie?
Can you read that, but better?
Yes.
Sloane. How do you pronounce that? Sloane?
Sloan.
Sloan?
What
Jeannie?
high schoolers?
What year is
What
this?
legendary high schooler has a girlfriend named Sloan, a best friend named Cameron, and a sister named Jeannie?
Was it,
Ferris Bueller.
Don't! Oh, that was what I was gonna say! I was
Emily,
reaching
yes.
for it! I was on...
EJ!
He interrupted!
Movie champs.
Yes.
Movie
yes.
champs EJ.
Yes.
Look
Yes.
that you wore the jersey today.
Because I came to play.
You know why he's got that jersey on?
And I'm wearing...
Because he is a movie champ. Brr, brr, brr.
Air horn.
I wear the manager shirt. Oh, guys, that was a lot of fun. Actually,
That was fun.
even though I should have won.
Let the record show 10-9. let that permeate 10-9.
Well, guys, that was the third episode of the Movie Champ Show. We thank you to the one that was watching, Night Hippie Chick 90, for participating.
And anyone else out there, thank you for watching too.
Anybody else that watches this after the live stream,
yes,
I hope you guys enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, my name again is Walker Cheatham. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, pretty much anywhere. Google, you can find me anywhere. Tell us where they can find you, EJ.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all the same at Movie Champ CJ.
And behind the scenes, guys, Zach, I think he still has something he wants to talk about real quick.
If he can
get his stuff together.
He's tangled.
Tangled up in a cord.
He's tangled up like he was pronouncing the word comedy.
All right, remember.
This will be our last episode.
Your feelings are a little hurt. Hey, how about that microphone though? Those things are cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
They amplify your voice so people can hear you.
Alright, I want to apologize for me slipping up. I've worked 75 hours this
They
week
know.
with
Just get
12 hours of sleep the entire week. First of all, I want to say you can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook at Zachary Cheatham. And you can follow my YouTube channel, also on Instagram, and subscribe to it.
Look them in the eyes when you're selling them something.
Yes.
But I've been so focused on getting Movie Champs booted up that I kind of fell off the grip for my channel. So for getting that back on, I would like to give away...
What channel is that?
The Horror Champs.
Cool.
Horror Champs.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll be doing a lot of DIYs, horror movie reviews, and for the month of October, I'll be doing haunted house reviews and some like escape rooms reviews and stuff.
You gonna read to him?
That would be horrifying. What comedy? That should be a shirt. Comedy.
So yeah, I will be giving away a Horror Champs t-shirt. And to enter in this giveaway, you have to like this video.
Alright. I like this one.
I like this giveaway a lot.
Subscribe to Horror Champs.
Yeah.
So
Subscribe to Movie Champs too, please.
Subscribe to Movie Champs also. Comment on...
Wow, it's a lot of rules.
This video that you're watching.
Yeah, do that too.
Comment on this video. Done. Or, no, comment Horror Champs.
Wow, this is confusing. What do we want to do?
Comment Horror Champs on this video. Just comment Horror Champs on
like this video and comment hashtag Horror Champs.
Like this video. Subscribe to Movie Champs while you're at it. Just so I can get them to quit hollering in the background.
Woo!
So, subscribe to Horror Champs. Like this video. Subscribe to Movie Champs. Comment Horror Champs on this video. That way I know what you're... Because I had other giveaways going too that people still comment done on, even though the giveaway's been over for about 2 weeks. So yeah, comment Horror Champs and you will be entered into the drawing for the free Horror Champs t-shirt.
When you giving it away?
Yeah, that'd be good to know. So they'll
I'll announce the winner on the next week's video.
Cool.
Awesome.
And what am I saying? I'm so off right now. Yeah, whenever I get the t-shirt, I'll DM you for your size. They will be personally made here, made in-house. We'll be working on the Horror Champs t-shirts. We just want to skip the middleman from ordering from a website, so we're not beating you over the head for a price. We'll make them fairly priced. I'm done talking. I'm going back.
Why don't we make the shirt extra special by having us all autograph it after it's made?
Or, that's a good idea. If you would like that, you can ask that. But if you don't want yours to draw on your clothes, we will send you something with autographs. I mean, unless you want us to draw on your clothes, we'll autograph your clothes. I'll draw them.
I like drawing.
You can send me your stuff from your house, and I'll draw on it for you.
Just give me a chunk of your wall. I want to write on it.
Don't do that, because you'll just get to see like what's this big box doing in the floor? And we open it up. It's a hunk of unused drywall.
You got a dog you want me to draw on? I'll draw on your dog.
Yeah, I mean, I have. I think it's time to go. It's getting late now. Let's go back. Oh, I'm on camera. Cool. All right. Well, guys, thank you again for watching and for powering through that last part there. Well, we've already told you where you can find us. We'll hope to see you guys again next week. Hopefully, maybe around 9 p.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time. Maybe on a Friday or a Saturday. We'll see how those schedules work out, because we all still have jobs.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I think Zach's expressed that enough. But anyway, guys, thank you again for watching and for if you enjoyed this silliness. So we will see you again next week, and goodbye. Hold on. What's going on here? What we got now?
I just want to say,
hey, you're not on camera.
I just want to say, the haunted house that I was working at opened up tonight, so I don't have to work 75 hours a week anymore setting up the haunted house. I'm just.
So you've been giving people the creeps all day, huh?
No, I'm just so,
# cheap plug.
I'm just so happy. I have been working, like I said, 75 hours this week, with running on probably a total of 12 hours of sleep. And for the past 3 weeks, working like crazy. And the haunted house is open up. And tonight was their opening night. And I got to do my walkthrough, and it was awesome.
All right.
Well, congratulations. That sounds like something really cool to do on your Horror Champs channel. Thanks for throwing it into the Movie Champs show. All right. But anyway, I'm so glad that all that work is done, and that hopefully you will be able to come to the shows on time from now on.
Yes.
That makes me excited as a person that's running a business that is hoping to get off the ground. And, well, guys, again, thank you. And with there's anybody else have anything else they want to add?
You say you want to interrupt also? You want to interrupt? I did.
No, I'm not the interrupting. I'm tight. I'm done.
That's very cool.
Chick said goodnight, so I think she's going to bed.
Cool. Thanks for putting them to sleep. All right. Well, we will see you guys again next week, and goodbye.
Goodbye.